What's up, YouTube? Gonna do a little bit of a, not a winch install video, but a winch install walkthrough, because obviously, as you can see, I've already got it installed. But it's really pretty simple. It's cut and dry. I mean, I'll let you guys see what I did and give you a little bit on how I did it. Basically, is what I did is I ended up buying a KFI mount and a KFI 3500 stealth winch with the synthetic cable. This install is pretty simple, guys. Basically, is what you're going to do is remove this bracket here. There's two bolts underneath. The KFI bracket is super simple and pretty efficient. I mean, you literally bolt the winch to it and then bolt it to the bracket that's already in place here from Kawasaki. What I did was run my cables for the winch. You can see I kind of ran it up through there, and then I came in behind, up through the frame, up this way, and I'm gonna get the hood open here and I'll show you where I mounted the solenoid and where everything else came from. So with the hood off, you guys can see I mounted my solenoid here. All the excess cable ended up coming over here. As far as the power wires and everything go, I ran it back through here and then through the dash. It's how I do my tie-ins for the accessories, in case you guys don't know where there's a power wire at on these. Right here is two accessory switches, one here, one there. That's where I ended up tying in for my power. Now I use Scotch locks. You know, if there was going to be any chance for, you know, like some serious water or mud getting to it, I would probably use butt connectors and then heat it up and melt the wires together. But I use Scotch locks, went off these first two, not for the winch obviously, but this is what I use for my lights. I mount the relays boxes for the light switches up underneath here, and then you got easy access to your inline fuses for the lights as well. And for the toggle switches, I mean, this is a super simple process too, for Kawasaki anyway. I mean, all you got to do is lift up here, grab this and pull, and pretty much all of this trim piece right here will just pop right out. And then with Kawasaki, is what you do is you just take a razor knife and trim these out. So it's pretty simple. I try to keep my rocker switch for the winch close to me. The KFI 3500, the stealth winch that I bought, actually came with the ATV style rocker, and I got this switch separately. It is a KFI plug and play, so it's pretty simple. Pretty simple install, really. It's just basically on how you want to run your wiring and where. But I try and keep my rocker switch close to me. This switch over here is obviously for my rear lights. This is for the front. Obviously that's for the winch. But when you pop this panel off here, when you pop it off and it comes through, there's a pretty good access hole where you can feed your wire through that comes out through here. I also have my lights, some of my lights running through here, my lighting. And I try and encase everything I can with this sheathing right here. You can actually order it from Amazon. It's pretty cheap sheathing. I mean, price wise, this is what it is. You can get it in different dimensions. I have it for some of the thicker cables. Then I also have it back here for some of the smaller stuff. But yeah, I mean, outside of that, guys, it's all pretty much plug and play. everything's color coded on the solenoid where you're going to hook it up to. Really the only thing that's not color coded, but I mean, if you can read instructions, this white wire right here is going to go to your ground. And for the wiring harness, even if you use just the rocker switch that comes with the ATV style to mount on your handlebars, if you decide to go that route, it's still the same. I mean, you just color code the connectors, you plug them in, and you're good to go. But the trickiest part, you know, I know a lot of people ask about is where you're, you know, to find a good hot spot for your ignition. And if you use either of these two right here, accessory switches, as soon as you turn your key on, they come into play. And this harness just slides up and pops out of place, and you can pretty much see where the wires are going in and through, and then you can use some of those Scotch lock connectors like that to get everything wired in. You know, how you choose to run your wiring is, you know, totally your call. I try and keep mine as neat as possible, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I use this, to keep everything color coded and organized, so this way there, when you take the hood off, there's not a bunch of free floating wires and it looks like a train wreck down there. Because as you can see, the finished product, I mean, it looks really nice there. And same with over here. I mean, you can't really see any wires. The biggest pain that I've found is the battery. And I might actually do a battery relocation on this. I'm still trying to figure out where to put it. I know that some people's done it. I haven't really looked into it, but I've seen some links. I haven't really seen a video. But this battery is just an absolute nightmare to get to. So at some point I might end up doing a battery relocation. I'm not sure where exactly I would put it. I know some people have taken this seat out and you can cut that opening underneath the seat, and people's made spare storage underneath there. I don't know if I'd go through all that, but yeah. Anyway, that's the winch video, guys. It's not really a direct install, but I mean, it should give you somewhat of an idea. I also did the vent modification on this. I ended up running mine up through here, ran it along the bar, the roll cage, kept everything tucked in, brought it down. You can see and it goes in right behind the seat. If you guys pop these seats off, it's pretty easy to see. And this is the wire, or not the wire, but this is the vent tube right here. I ended up just buying, I think it was like 7 feet of it, and then just ran it up through there like that and out the back. That's pretty much a necessity for these quads, I guess. Well, side by side, however you want to say it. I also picked this up from Amazon, which turned out to be a pretty nice little add-on. I already had the fire extinguisher, so I don't know how much fire extinguishers cost because it's a brand new one. But I picked this up right here on Amazon. I think it was 30 bucks. It's quick release. You just pull this out right here. Let me see if I can do this one-handed. So you pull this out, rocks back, then lifts up. So that was a pretty nice little add-on for 30 bucks. Figure in case there's any Polarises out there on the trail that catch on fire, maybe I can help put them out. I don't know. So yeah, I've just been doing a little tinkering with that here and there, and I said I was going to post an install video, but I mean, it was so much cut and dry, I didn't really figure that I needed to. That's the newest toy right there. We'll get into that sometime down the road. That is the 1000R. It's been a fun little thing. Honestly, I mean, I don't think that it's worth quite the money that Honda's asking for it, but so far it hasn't let me down anywhere. I think the transmission's a little bit noisy as far as when it's shifting. I guess it can't be any worse than that one right there, you know, with the gear wind that comes with it. But anyway, keep your eyes open, guys. I got more videos coming. Probably some mines and meadows trail riding. Going to be going down to Bear Creek, and then obviously my own personal property. There's going to be some videos posting here sometime soon, whenever I can find the time. If you guys got any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below and hit that like and subscribe button. Till then, we'll see you.